Now, if you're looking for additional ways you and your team can honor Dr. King and his legacy, consider going beyond just taking a pause on a day meant to commemorate him and his message. Honor him by focusing on continuing the work he started but wasn't able to finish. Welcome to Inclusion in Marketing, a show that's all about helping you uncover the skills and insights you need to win the attention, adoration, and loyalty of more consumers, especially those with differences that are often ignored by brands. I'm your host, Sonia Thompson, a marketer and someone with a lot of differences. Let's get to it. Did you know that most businesses only use 20% of their data? That's like reading a book with most of the pages torn out or paying for a coffee that's just 1/5 full. Point is, you miss a lot unless you use HubSpot. Their customer platform gives you access to the data you need to grow your business. The insights trapped in emails, call logs, and transcripts, all that unstructured data that makes all the difference. Because when you know more, you grow more. And when you get a full cup of coffee, you can do more too. But I digress. Visit HubSpot.com today. As we arrive at 40 years of celebrating Martin Luther King Jr.'s life work, and as an official holiday, many will revisit some of Dr. King's most famous speeches and reflect on how far we've come. Others will dedicate their time engaging in acts of service. Now, if you're looking for additional ways you and your team can honor Dr. King and his legacy, consider going beyond just taking a pause on a day meant to commemorate him and his message. Honor him by focusing on continuing the work he started but wasn't able to finish. Build and uplift communities. Think about the communities of the people you serve, particularly those that are often underrepresented and marginalized, and then choose one or two of them to focus your time and energy on in uplifting them. Here are 3 steps to go about building and uplifting communities based upon how Martin Luther King Jr. himself did it. First up is establish authentic relationships. When you have a superficial relationship with a community, it's easy to just throw up a famous quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and continue along with your day as business as usual. While doing that may help you check a box with regard to celebrating the day, it does nothing to really honor Dr. King or uplift or advance the plight of any community. A better option is to build authentic relationships with people who are part of the communities you want to serve, much the same way Dr. King did. Now, Dr. King spent time entrenched in the community and listened to people's concerns, which resulted in the Montgomery bus boycotts. Years later, he even spent time living in low-income housing in Chicago while he was fighting for better housing conditions. Spend time with the communities you want to serve. Go where they hang out, have regular conversations, and learn their way of life. Your relationships will deepen the more you do this with the intention to build relationships and serve rather than to sell. Second thing to do is learn about the issues that most concern the communities that you want to serve. Dr. King spent much of his time as a civil rights leader fighting for equality for Black people in the U.S., whether that was in overturning unjust laws about where people could sit on a bus, fighting segregation, or lobbying for fair housing and humane living conditions. He didn't pick these issues out of the blue either. He elevated them as issues to tackle based upon the needs communicated to him as pressing concerns by the community. Because of his relationship and proximity to them, he had his finger on the pulse of what was going on in the community, which informed the actions he took to improve their plight. As you work to serve more people from underrepresented and underserved communities, take the time to learn about what concerns them outside of the realm of the products and services you offer them. The people you serve don't compartmentalize their lives. Their lived experiences, challenges, and worries in their everyday existence has an impact on the way they view, process, and respond to the messages delivered to them on a regular basis, including those from your brand. That's why the companies that will win their attention, adoration, and loyalty will be the ones who've taken the time to see and care about them beyond swiping their credit cards. They'll flock to and stick with the brands and leaders that demonstrate that they care by taking time to learn about the issues impacting them. Okay, I've got another podcast recommendation for you. It's Augmenters, hosted by Julie Meyer and Jimmy Edgerton, and it's brought to you by the HubSpot Podcast Network, the audio destination for business professionals. So on this show, Julie and Jimmy dive into mentoring and explore ways to augment and refresh the mentoring environment. They're using 8 core principles that weave relevant spirit guides and diverse guests, and Julie and Jimmy use a lot of humor and practical tips to help mentors and mentees get further, faster together. There's so many great episodes to tune into for this show, but one that you might find especially interesting is their latest episode, number 120, Mentoring Across Gender, Men as Allies and Mentors. Listen to Augmenters wherever you get your podcasts. And the third thing that you can do to help you continue to honor Dr. King's legacy is to use your platform and power to make life better for the communities that you're serving. Seeing others and holding space for them with regard to the issues that concern them is a great way to deepen relationships. However, you'll make a bigger impact in their lives when you take action to improve their plight based upon what you've learned about them. Dr. King used his platform when it was small and relatively unknown outside of his local area, and continued using it when he was well known and highly regarded on a global scale to improve the lives of the community he was serving. You have power and the ability to create positive change no matter the size of your platform or your budget. When you focus on taking action to improve the lives of others, you make a difference. Whether you create positive change for the life of one person or 1 billion, your efforts matter. The best way to honor Dr. King and his legacy is to continue his work. Make life better for the people and communities you serve by following the steps that I just listed. You can do so individually as a leader, and you can magnify your impact by enrolling your team and your company to join you. That's it for today's quick, short bonus episode. I've got more bonus episodes coming your way, so be sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss out on any of them. And if you like the Inclusion in Marketing podcast, I would love it if you would share it with a friend and give it a rating and review in your podcast player of choice. It really does go a long way in helping other people discover the show. Until next time, remember, everyone deserves to have a place where they belong. Let's use our individual and collective power to ensure that more people feel like they do. Thanks so much for listening. Talk to you soon.